We don't know, because we not genius. Oh shit. Hi guys, I hope you don't mind this setting, but it's really complicated for me to film like a setup where I can film videos, but I'm currently on holiday, as you can see, because I'm not in my natural environment, location, I don't know. Well, I finished To All the Boys I've Loved Before 5 days ago or something like that, and I really wanted to read the book before I watched the movie. I didn't watch the trailer because I didn't want to get spoiled. So I've finished reading this book. I always saw it in the bookstore. Every time I went into my bookstore I saw this book, but it was always 16 euros and I didn't want to spend so much money on a book, so I never got it. Also, it didn't really sound not attractive to me. Like, from reading this here on the back, I felt like there were only letters of this girl who's writing her letters to the guys she was in love with. So I thought this book was full of letters, so I didn't buy it. But anyways, I finished this book and I really liked it. I really did like it. But first I'm gonna tell you what it's about. I'm sure you all know, but the book and the movie is always a different thing. So I have it written down here because I forget sometimes stuff. But this book is about Lara Jane. She's 16-year-old and she loves very passionately and intensely. And when she doesn't know what to do with herself anymore, and when the crush of the guy she's in love with is so extreme, she writes letters to him. And she has 5 letters in total and has them in a little small box in her room. And kind of writes it to them but never sends it to them, so it's kind of like a goodbye crush phase, because as I've said, she loves so intensely that it not drowns her, but it's too intense. And she lives with her sisters Margot and Kitty and her dad in like a town somewhere in the USA. And one day the letters get released. She has the box with the letters stuffed in her room so no one can see it. No one knows about the letters except her. She has 5 letters in total, so all of the 5 guys that she was in love with get these letters. One of them is Peter Kavinsky. Yeah, so Peter Kavinsky plays a big role in this book because he's not like that typical guy that people write about in books. It's kind of like that, but not 100%. He's like the womanizer of the school. He gets every girl. He's popular. He's charming. Lara Jane and Peter have kind of a backstory. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm scared I'm gonna spoil stuff, so I'm not gonna say what history. It's not like extremely dramatic or something, but they have known each other for very long. And yeah, and when he gets the letter, it's kind of exciting. Lara Jane does not have very much friends. Her only best friend is Chris and pretty much her sisters. And when her sister Margot goes to college to Scotland, she has to make like new friends and step out of her comfort zone to find new people. And she's very introverted and lives like in her own fantasy, and she's scared of what the world has to offer for her, if that makes sense. Where I kind of can really much relate to her. Margot has a boyfriend of 2 years. His name is Chris. Chris was so annoying in this book. Chris is not as annoying in the movie as he is in the book, which I'm glad about, because he kept complaining about Peter that... Am I allowed to say that? Like, what he said? I don't want to like spoil anything, but well, I'm gonna say it. And he kept saying that Peter wasn't good enough for Lara Jane. Peter doesn't deserve Lara Jane. Peter is so different from Lara Jane. Lara Jane is like the opposite to Peter. And he kept saying that to Lara Jane's face every time they would meet up. The reason behind that, you have to read the book, because you know, if I just told you the book, that would be kind of shitty. But he kept saying this stuff to Lara Jane's face, and I don't know, man. Her mother also died when she was very young, and she kind of struggles with that. She's very introverted. She doesn't have a lot of friends. Only her one friend, her name is Chris. You know her probably from the movie. And I can't wait to buy the second one.
Are you filming, bitch? Yeah, it's coming.
I think that's it for today's video. I'm planning on making like a comparison book to movie. I'm very critical when it comes to adapting books, when adapting books to movies. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!